And the second thing I would say is that somebody taught me a long time ago a very valuable lesson, which is if you do the right things on the top line, the bottom line will follow. And what they meant by that was if you get the right strategy, if you have the right people, and if you have the right culture at your company, you'll do the right products, you'll do the right marketing, you'll do the right things logistically and in manufacturing and in distribution. And if you do all those things right, the bottom line will follow. So yes, we have obviously plans about where we'd like to see the bottom line, but we are focusing most of our energy not on financial re-engineering, because that's not what's been troubled at Apple. We're focusing our energy on the right product strategies, the right market strategies, the right communication strategies, the right logistics and distribution strategies. And the team is making, I think, very strong strides in these areas. And you'll start to see some of this stuff appear, in the next 90, 120 days. So I'm actually really happy about this.
And the board, do you think the board agrees on what's right for Apple, or are they still in the getting to know me and each other?
Well, you're talking about a very talented group of people on this board. I mean, several CEOs, very opinionated, which is great. But great people, when they have different opinions, they usually can convince each other that one of them's right, or pick one that's better than all of them within a very short period of time. So this is a group of people that is quite talented. And you've got a lot of CEOs. I mean, Larry Ellison, CEO of the second largest software company in the world. Bill Campbell, CEO of Intuit, one of the largest consumer software companies in the world. Ed Woolard, former CEO of DuPont. I mean, you've got a lot of very high-powered people on this board. Jerry York, the CFO of both Chrysler and IBM during its turnaround. So there's some very, very strong people on this board. I think they have really gelled, which is nice.
What's the answer?
I've noticed something in my life, which is the people that are really good never worry about things like that. The people that are really good want to work with the best people they can find. Hopefully people that are even better than them. I mean, that's my view of things, is if you work with people that aren't as good as you, then you become a country of midgets. If you work with people that are better than you, then you really grow. So I guess, what can I say?
If the CEO you find, you've got a great deal, the great person, you're ready to close the deal, and he says, or she says, you know what, Steve, I want your advice, I don't want you on the board. You go?
Oh, sure, I've told the board if that was a problem, I would. The reason that we recruited such a strong board is so that we have a strong board. And this strong board is going to do the right thing for Apple. They're not going to do the right thing for themselves. They're not going to do the right thing for me. They're not going to do the right thing for some new candidate they want to lure away. They're going to do the right thing for Apple. And whatever that is, I support that 1,000%. And every board member supports that 1,000%. So, that's why we recruited such good people. I mean, these are not old crony friends of one person or another. These are very independent, very talented people. And they're going to do the right thing for this company. What I said was that we examined the future product roadmap, not the products that are shipping today, the future ones that we were working on. And what we found was that 30% of them were incredibly good. And about 70% of them were either pretty good or things that we didn't really need to be doing, businesses we really didn't need to be in. And so we've pared a lot of that back so we could focus the same amount of original resource even more on what was remaining and add a few new things in. So the resources that we're investing are equal or greater than we have been, but it's on fewer things, so we're going to do a better job at them, I think. I'm working pretty hard, and so are a lot of people. but I'm one of them. My car's there pretty early, and it's in the parking lot pretty late, and on weekends. So, and I value my family time a lot. So I'm pretty committed to this, and seeing Apple turn around. The company, I mean, I started the company with Steve Wozniak in my parents' garage, 20 years ago, and over 22 years ago. And so there's a definite place in my heart for this. I'm drawing a salary of, I think, $1 per year. So I hope I'm not burdening the shareholders too much. And I very much want to see Apple get turned around, and I think it's gonna. So I don't know how much more committed I could be. If people need these symbols, well, maybe that'll happen. I don't know. But my answer to them is I don't know how I could be working any harder. And
Up yourself. You said
Yeah.
emotionally, you had a different reaction.
No, I mean, I don't feel my job is to win a popularity contest right now. I feel my job is to help the team at Apple do the right things to turn this company around so that it can really prosper again. And I think that's going to happen. And if some people, I mean, the markets, we're talking markets now that are so large that there's, someone or some group of people that aren't going to like just about anything we do. But my job's not to win a popularity contest. Well, I think it's what Apple stands for. It's a very rare thing in this world when a company can really bring sort of the right and the left brain together and say, we're about doing, the right things to make money in a successful business, but we also have the passion and the creativity and the inventiveness to push this industry forward and to work with our customers to take these tools in ways they've never been before to help them go change the world. And Apple has a track record of doing just that. And I think that's got a place in people's hearts. And I think Apple still has a lot of that, and we're going to get rid of a lot of the bramble and the brush around that so that can shine again. No, I think Apple has delivered some pretty good stuff. I think Apple's going to get back to delivering some great stuff.